Hey y'all, welcome to Rest Mama, the podcast dedicating to supporting and uplifting moms on their journey through motherhood. I am your host, Akitha, and each and every week we'll explore the joys, challenges, and everything in between that it comes with the thing called motherhood. Whether you're a new mom struggling with sleepless nights or a seasoned mama that's balancing work, family, and everything in between, this podcast is for you. Here at Rest Mama, we believe in the power of community, self care, and finding balance amidst the beautiful chaos of this thing called motherhood. So join me as I share stories, tips, expert advice, and most importantly, the bits and pieces of what it means to know what rest and relaxation is. Y'all grab y'all a cup. I am drinking my coffee today out the best bonus mom cup because I'm speaking that into existence. And let's get today's episode started. So today's episode is going to kind of piggyback on. I think we're on episode 8, which I'm pretty. I'm almost there. Two more. I'm gonna be done with season 1. I'm gonna be done with season 1. But yay, kudos to me because thumbs up. I wonder if the thing is gonna do the thumbs up since I'm doing the thumbs up. I'm excited. Oh, that tickled me. I didn't know the phone did that. Yo, that's crazy. But I am super, super, super excited. I'm so proud of myself for continuing this as much as it pains me sometimes to just get up and record this. I'm all like, you got a purpose, you got a purpose, you got a purpose. Like, you got to be diligent in what you are supposed to do every week. When you say you're going to do something, do it, Agatha. Regardless if nobody listens to it, regardless if nobody likes it, regardless if nobody shares it, get up and do it because this is what you're supposed to do. It's going to hit when it's going to hit, right? So I'm pretty proud of myself because I think we're at episode 8 and we really only have 2 more episodes. I was supposed to do the dating episode this week, but 2 of the people that were going to come on to talk about dating, I was actually going to have about 5 people, but 2 of the people that were going to come on to talk about dating, their grandma passed away. So y'all lift them up in prayer. I don't have to say no names, just lift them up, pray for them as they're traveling journeys as they head back home to put their grandmother to rest. So we'll pick back up on that episode maybe next week because I don't want it to be the last one. I actually want to be my last episode. I want it to be on something else. So we'll see. But yeah, I lift them up. But that's why I'm all like freelancing it today because I had a plan and then that happened. So I have to shift. That's the beautiful joys of being a person who runs their own stuff. Okay, y'all know I'm production. I do everything. A little housekeeping. Um, y'all get the books. 7,000 miles, one day. I really need to do a better way of marketing it, but like I told y'all, I am everything in between. Plus, I'm a mama. Plus, I have a job. Plus, I was gonna say something else, but I'm gonna keep that one to myself. I got a lot of stuff going on right now. But go, you guys go check it out. Get the books, of course. 100% of the proceeds go back into Rest Mama. Y'all, yesterday, and check out the website too. I forgot to mention that website. I'm gonna put it up here, restmamainc.org. Y'all, the pieces are going to get shot today. I'm super, super excited. I have a plan for that. So I'm going to do that today. You see the 1-day necklace, the OD. I love this OD um, chain. So it actually is supposed to sit like this on your neck, but the chain is an 18-inch, I think. And so it's for stackable purposes only. And then this one is if it's like a choker almost. If you have a smaller neck, and then of course it will. And then we have the ring, which is the birthstone ring. Those are available now if you guys want to get those. And then bracelet and another ring that I have that we're going to shoot today. And then I am looking for some earrings because I love earrings. So I'm going to be doing a lot of research on that today, kind of looking to see what I can find with that. And then um designing another necklace because someone reached out to me and it was like, can you do a necklace like this? And I was like, sure. And so we're going to be designing another necklace that says right now, which is pretty cool, and working on a few more other things. Y'all know it's fall. I love a good sweatshirt, good hoodie, maybe some hats, and definitely some mugs. A lot of things that I'm very into is mugs and jewelry and hoodies. Like those are my three things. If I can have a cup of coffee throughout the year, which I do, well, I ain't got time, and wear a hoodie throughout the year, man. So I'm gonna be working on those designs. But right now, because Rest Mama is launching next month on my birthday, November the 6th, let's get the thing again. Let's see if we can do it again. Oh my God, let's see if it comes. It only give me the thumbs up. Okay. I thought I was gonna get the everything. But my birthday is next month. Yes, son. Or do we have school tomorrow? No, you're out for the whole week. Yes. My kids are on fall break this week, so but November the 6th, I will be 41. I'm super excited. That's when the official launch is going to be launched to the world. If you don't see it on social media, it is for a purpose. It's only hidden and it's only shared with the people that are close to me. They've been giving me input, telling me what I need to do, what I need to change, things of that nature, what they would feel would be best to offer. And so I'm really going to launch it to, I've been doing it in pieces, but I really am going to launch it to my personal social media platform because that's where most of my followers are on November the 6th. And I'm pretty excited. I have spoken with the venue for the launch party. So they're going to come back with some things to see what they can offer me. And then we'll go from there. I'm pretty excited about that. Hopefully y'all pray that everything stands tall and stands true. So anyways, y'all, what we talking about today is it's gonna be, like I said, piggybacking back on a couple of episodes that we've already talked about, but it was actually yesterday I had a conversation. Well, I had a couple of conversations yesterday, like maybe about 5 or 6, and they were all in line of what they were all the same. It was like as if I was I was talking to the same person, if that makes sense. But I was talking to like 5, 6 different individuals. But it was about seasons changing, um, realigning yourself, getting rid of the old, starting anew, starting over, just those things. And it really has been like a theme for the past couple of weeks that I've encountered people that are literally starting over, or their seasons have changing, or they're just doing life differently than what they've done before. Last night I had a conversation. It was almost about like an hour or so. It was with a client, and they were calling me about something, and we just went into a whole different conversation, and how, what she was going through, and she was just needing somebody to vent to, and how life has just been tough. She's been going through hardships and things of that nature, XYZ. We've all gone through hardships. And then I was having a conversation with her, but I had a conversation with someone prior earlier than that was totally different wavelength than her. You know what I'm saying? Person that you would look at and say, oh my God, you got everything in life and in between, but was still having the same thought process, or have been praying about the same thing, or actually going through the same thing that this client was going through. And I was like, that is so wild and so crazy, because even in my life, I was having a conversation with my kids, and they was part of it. And I was like, it's got to be some change, it's got to be some shift going on for us. Like, mommy's grace is up where I'm at. Like, there's no more money to be made. As much as I can hustle and things of that nature, there's no more money to be made. I can't climb the ladder no higher than what I am at my job. If I was to leave this job and go somewhere else, I'll be starting over anyways. So I have to make a clean cut decision that's going to be beneficial for us, and benefit, not only ourselves, but our futures, things of that nature. And I'm just tired of living the way I'm living. It is comfortable, but I want more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want more to life than just this same mundane stuff. Like, I want more to life than, getting up every day and going to this job and dropping y'all off in our car that we've had for 8 years. Like, I want a bigger house, and I want, more money in my bank account, and I want just more. And I think that the only way that I'll be able to get that is if I change. Like, certain things have got to change. And so the person that I had the conversation with, that was very well off, that I feel like is very dear to my heart and sometimes mentors me in a lot of things just by us having conversations, she was just like, it's time out for, doing the things the same way that you've done before. Like, she gave me a book to read and things of that nature. And I was just like, you know what? You're right. Because even in a sense for how I even operate far as relationships and friendships and just even myself as far as self-care, like I've been doing the same thing over for the past 10, 15 years, and nothing has moved and nothing has shaked. And so now it's just like really looking at the outlook of what does that look like, doing it differently. And yes, change is scary, like, but it's not like when things have changed for me before, as I talked about in 7,000 miles, that I won't be back on top from where I was at one point in time. Anyways, I was having that conversation about and she was just telling me like it's just like, babe, it is time for you to like reimagine your life in a different aspect, in a different way. And like that, like it's it's gotta be just different. It's gotta be a different way of doing things. And I talk about how seasons change, and I love this time of the year. Seasons is spring, summer, winter. Spring, summer, fall, winter. And spring starts in March, which is the beginning of the new year, right? And so, for me, I'm just like, dang, with the fall coming in and me trying not to go into a whole season of depression, because I recognize that this time of the year is what this is. And I'm gonna tell y'all thought I was playing with y'all, but this time of the year, it's always something that is just life changing. Even with the person that came back into my life that I told you guys about, that came back to my life this time, like as if, like I said, we picked up to as if nothing happened. Like as if there was no 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 stopping point, which is the weirdest thing. And I was even having that conversation with her yesterday. She was like, well, how is it going? And I was like, it's very strange and very weird. Like, I never thought that I would not have contact with a particular person for a whole year and pick up where we left off as if nothing happened. But um as I was saying, just even that, and uh, picking up from where we left off and trying to navigate for what it is. Of course, I'm being very cautious and very careful because I was hurt during that season, and things of that nature. My feelings was hurt, but I'm trying not to let that interfere or affect the way of which it is going now. Not to say that I'm making it comfortable for this person to say like, oh, well, you can leave and then come back whenever you want to and things will be the same. No, that's not the case in general. But I don't need to act on emotions. You know what I'm saying? I have to process and things of that nature. And this person also is very strategic when it comes to a lot of things that they do too as well. So, I have to be cautious of how I move in situations like that. But it happened during this time of year. It's very chronological, like, right? And so even in that, and with the seasons changing and things are changing in my life and things are trying to adjust, I have to be in tune with those things. And so, is it for you? My question would be for you guys that are listening is, do you think that you're at a place and a point in your life where, you can say, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just going to change everything. I'm going to start anew, start afresh. I don't know what the other side of the restart is going to look like. I don't know what the change is going to bring, but I'm going to trust that process. Like, are you at that point? And for me, I can tell you that I am, because I know that I'm at the breaking point. It's almost as if my cup runneth over, and it's like God is saying, I have this big ass cup right here for you, and you still trying to operate in this small cup. And for those that are just listening on the podcast, I'm holding up two cups. I'm holding up like a tumbler, 40-ounce tumbler, and I'm holding up a standard coffee cup. And I'm operating in this standard coffee cup, and it's at the brim. There's nothing else that can go in there. I've poured everything that I can always, pour in here. You're about to run over, and I'm giving you this 40-ounce tumbler to pour what you have in this coffee cup in to make room for more. And you're still trying to operate in this standardized coffee cup. And that's where I am. I feel like I am in life right now. It's because I'm the coffee cup. As little as it is, it only holds between 6 to 8 ounces. 4 ounces of coffee, to 5 ounces of coffee, 6 ounces of coffee, and 1 ounce of creamer. You know what I'm saying? And I'm literally at the brim of the coffee cup, and God is like, I'm trying to pour more. I'm trying to pour more. You don't understand the totality of what I have you doing. You don't understand your purpose, and you're trying to operate, and you're trying to sit still in your comfortability of where you are. And I'm trying to get you to move. Like, I need you to move, sis, because if not, it's going to be overflowing, and it's going to be overbearing for you to be able to operate in what I need to do. And I'm trying to make room for more. I'm trying to give you more. Like, I'm trying to give you, you try to only have 6 ounces, and I'm trying to give you 30, 34 more ounces, maybe. And it just clicked at me the other day. And when I had a conversation with my kids, when we had the family meeting, I was just like, y'all, we gotta make room for more. Like, you don't want to be stuck in the 2,000 square feet that we have. I want to have 40,000 square feet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look at the stories of Monique with Mael. I look at the stories of just a lot of people, but Monique in particular is one of my people that I definitely look at as one of those resilient type of stories where she started in her kitchen, and now she is like this amazing individual. And I don't mean to like name drop, but just to see her story from the start until now. Yeah, it took years for her to get to where she is, but the fact that, I feel like I still have those years to get where I need to get. And I'm about to be 41. And thankfully enough, I love my birthdays. I love celebrating the change of a new year. And because in my book, I talk about in 7,000 miles, I talk about the doctor telling me that I wasn't going to even live to see 10 years old, and I wasn't going to have children. And here I am. I have three beautiful babies, and I'm about to be 41 years old. And so when I had the conversation, not with my client, but with the particular person, another person yesterday, a real good, like I consider them family. They are family. Not consider, they are family, and but I consider them also like a mentor to me as well. That she basically just said, like, it baby, you got to reevaluate. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it is a midlife crisis. You talk about midlife crisis of, people turning this age, and then, most people either date younger people or, pretend to be younger than what they are. They go buy a motorcycle, whatever the case may be, visually, when you think about midlife crisis. But for her to explain it to me, is it like, you are in a midlife crisis, and now you really truly have to um change the old way of you doing things. Like, that old shit that you was doing back then, that ain't gonna work right now. Because one, seasons are changing, of course. Two, just society in general is changing. Things that I did 15 years ago is not gonna operate and work with the next 15 years. And I am at that halfway point. I believe I'm gonna live to be well past the age of 80. And right now I'm at that halfway point, and I can't keep living. And I think that's where a lot of people get stuck, because they want to live in the old way of what they were doing before. And that's not what God purposed me to be. Like, I don't believe he put me on this earth to suffer. Like, baby, I don't believe in none of that. I'm not even taking that. I'm not gonna even say like you're supposed to be just the basic of the basic and do what basically he needs you to do. What he has tasked me to do, and I'm not trying to get churchy, but I always bring it back to God, and my purpose is what my purpose is, and what he's tasked me to do is far greater and far bigger than just the standard mundane things of doing. Um, I don't know if I think I shared this, and I'll share this now. Even at my job, they don't ask us to do this, but I kind of do this on my own. And what I did is I did like an analysis on where I was starting with this company and where I am now. And I've only been there a year. But the data that I pulled, I got the work right here. I got the analysis right here that I actually did. The data that I pulled was only a little bit less than um 7 months. So I don't have all the data for the full year, because when I started, we started with one system, and then in March we changed to another system. So I can't grab that old data. I do have the data from March up until present when I did this report. And not to even just go over the numbers of what I pulled in, I kind of shared it on my close friends because I can share my numbers with my close friends, but to share with the world, that my closing rate at my job is about 90.7%, which is a very successful closing rate when it comes to a new bonding agent. Y'all do know that I am a bondsman. I talk about it a lot. And so that means that I represent the value of services provided, demonstrating my ability to generate substantial sales and build client trust within transactions. My sales volume is over 7 digits plus. My revenue generated for the company. And if you know anything about bonding, I suggest that you research it to see. I won't go into the details of it, but the revenue that's generated. So my sales volume is 7 figures, right? And the revenue that I generated on top of the sales volume is a high 6 figure number, right? And that was only within 7 months. And I told myself, I said, and let me tell you, the refractionary part of it is outstanding remaining balances because some of the things I can't finance, things of that nature. So there are some things that are in collections of the revenue that I generated, but it's only 5 figures. It's only 5. So still the margin is very low for what is still owed versus what I've generated for what I have sold, right? And so it's about like a 90% close rate with 12.4% revenue efficiency. And the only thing that they told me as far as my sell analysis is that I could upsell more products, but there's no more products to upsell in this industry. Like you can't upsell, like you can't add anything extra on to what I do. But I said that if my sales volume can be that much for a job that I only go to work for 16 days. So I only go to work for 16 days out the month. That's all. I give them 12 hours a day, 16 days out the month. Imagine what I can do putting 100% into my purpose and my business and my nonprofit. Imagine what I can do and the lives that I can change with putting that effort, and it's low effort too. I will tell you that, like, it's minimum. And I won't tell you that I don't have to go out and get anything. And how it's structured and set up at my business is we don't have a lot of visual reach when it comes to our company because we haven't even been in the county that I worked in but a year. And so our reach isn't visible or mass like it is in other counties that we've been in for years. But only a year we've only been there. Like when I started, that's when this office opened. And so within a year of being in this county that I work in, within 7 months that I've able to pull this and think about that right now it's at 7 figures, at a good 7 figure number as far as sales volumes, what that number would be if I added from February, well, from March the 17th until October the 6th, when I started with the company of the previous year, what that number would be, what my sales revenue would be, whatever the case may be. But why I say all that to say the amount of effort that I put in for only 16 days, and I'm able to generate 6 figure. I'm able to generate 7 figure sales volume, 6 figure revenue generated with only about a 5 figure deficit when it comes to things that are in collections. That if I operate in my business, the things that I need to operate in for myself, where I won't have a deficit, because I won't have anything owed, because my volume for what I bring in and the revenue that I generated will counteract with each other. And so, like, what that would do and how many lives that will change. I even thought about it after I got off the phone with my client yesterday. It was like, goodness, if Rest Mama was active, baby, when you calling me and you telling me you got an issue going on and you got a hardship, baby, what's your sales? I could break you off a G or two that'll get you over whatever you need. I had a conversation yesterday with somebody and he was just asking, like, what is it that you need to get you where you need to be comfortable? And like it's hopefully potential investor, but I really don't want to bring too many people into this business. This is very sacred into my heart. But did have a conversation with a person yesterday about it. And I was just saying, like, if I put that same energy that I put in 16 days out the month, to this job and lining their pockets, love them to death, but lining their pockets. Just imagine what I can do for Rest Mama. And then that money that does come in or is generated in, and the work that I put into it, um, that, would it be beneficial for a mom, single mom, or just a mama in general, and how that can help them. And so when I got off the phone with her, my mind just started thinking, or whatever the case may be. And then my friend called me last night shortly after that, and we had a good conversation, talking about, certain things. And the reason, and this is the person that came back into my life that was gone for like a year or whatever the case may be. And that person has always been like very much so like a motivator for me. And I'm talking about like motivating, like you got this, like what the hell we doing, like what do we need to do, XYZ type thing. And so, I just at that point in life where, you're just asking those questions like, what are you going to do to make those changes? You already got, here's the thing, you already got the tools and the resources. And if you don't, you're working towards getting those tools and the resources needed to make that change and shift into where you are need to be. But you do have to get out that mindset of thinking like the same way of doing things is not going to assist and help you in moving forward what you have to do. So if that's relocation, meaning that you have to completely wash away wherever you are, pick up and leave. That may be one option. Getting rid of the things that are not beneficial to you. If that's things, people, whatever the case may be, getting rid of those things because it's not beneficial for you, because you're trying to be here and you're at a high vibration, and these things or these people are down here that are very low vibration. Like there's not going to continue to do nothing but bring you down to where they are, because they're very low vibrational things or people, when you really need to just X out those things, get rid of those things so you can continue to grow and continue to be higher. Because like I said, right now I'm at the top of the brim of the cup, and in order for it to not flow over, I need to pour whatever is in this small cup into the bigger cup that, God is lining me with. Whether it's, prioritizing your health, prioritizing your mental state, whatever it is, the old way of doing things right now, we all know. And I had a true testament of having the conversations with about 5 people yesterday to say that, okay, these people are in different statuses, different places in life. You got upper class, high class people that make millions and millions of dollars a day. Then you got people who are very, struggling, that are, at the poverty level, that really are just day to day living check by check, to people who don't have housing, to people who are just barely making it by, to your middle class people that are really trying to figure out what's the next steps in life for them. Literally, all these different people that I've had these conversations with yesterday, all are dealing with the same core thing, and that is, what are we going to do differently? How can I do things differently in order to shift and move to the next phase of my life? Because my client was like, baby, I know I ain't supposed to live like this. she She said, I know I ain't supposed to live like this, and I'm talking to you, Miss Agatha, and I know you ain't supposed to live the way you live. And she's like, it's got to be another way. And I just was like, you are so right. I just had a conversation with somebody, and she was like, wow. And I was like, no, I'm wowing too, because this is just confirmation. You're the 5th person that I've had this conversation with. In yesterday's time, not even a full 24 hours, just yesterday's time. And it's like, okay, you need to get up and you need to make that move. So that's how, basically what I kind of wanted to get on here and talk about, like, what are we doing? Like, what are we changing? Like, if we can literally start something right now, um, to change and shift our way of thinking, to get rid of the old, to start anew, to restart, to refresh, to regroup. Like, what are the things and what are the ways that we're doing in order to do that? And that's about all I have for y'all today. It's going to be a real quick podcast. I'm trying to keep it under 45 minutes. Y'all know I can keep rambling. Next week, we will hop into the dating episode. I promise y'all that we will talk about it. It's going to be fun. Like I said, keep the people that lost their grandmother in your prayers, and their safe travels, praying for them, they make it safely to their destination, and let their sweet grandmother to rest. This is Deja Vu. And I always like to take a moment when it comes to those deja vu moments, because it's almost as if it's like one of those deja vu moments that I feel like I've just had. And if you know anything about deja vu, it's like being in a moment in the future, and then the present moment is reminding you of what you saw in the future. And so now my mind gets to going as to like, okay, what was else in that thing, so I can get a glimpse of it, but I never get the next step. So I always take a moment to recognize that that was a deja vu moment. Um, and so, yeah, that means that I'm on the right track. That's what that means. That's what that means. That's what that means. I'm about to cry. And then our final episode, definitely we're gonna come in and we're gonna talk about some fun things of what can benefit some mamas. I'm gonna have two cool guests. Speaking of it, I need to message them and see if they would come on the final episode, because I want them to talk about a few things. I'm pretty excited about that. And yeah, that's all I got for y'all. Check out the website. I am going to go shoot these items right now. I feel like I need to go shoot them right now since I'm already talking about it. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it. And get those up on the website. And y'all check out. I'm going to probably post a blog today. And this episode will be available. What's today? Wednesday. They always supposed to go live on Wednesday. So it'll be up a little bit later today. And yeah, that's basically it. All right, y'all. So what did we learn today? Love y'all, mean it. Make good choices. Be a leader. Don't be average. Be savage. Keep Christ first. Ladies, you're beautiful. Fellas, y'all got that. What are we doing to change the trajectory of our lives moving forward from today? Are we going to make a change? Are we getting rid of the old to refresh and restart for the new? And y'all always know the marathon continues. All right, love y'all, mean it. Bye. Wow.